And we're back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. A bunch of really cool stuff is happening in the game right now, but we're going to be getting a new carrier, Bistan, which when I first saw him, I thought, oh no, we're going to get another CG character in the Rogue One movie, but that is not the case. Look at this footage here. This is footage from a Star Wars party that happened in Europe. This is a real character. He's a space monkey, but he's a gunner on one of the U-Wings. And I don't know how important he's going to be in the movie, but I'm just really happy that he is not a CG character. It looks like he's models or some sort of animatronics. That looks really cool. So we're going to do a couple things in this video. We're going to look over his abilities. We're going to look at the community update. We're going to look at the meta report. But before we do that, we'll go to our official fake sponsor for this video, Twitter. Twitter says Vine is getting shut down.
What are we going to do?
That's right, Vine is getting shut down. I like Vine for all the memes, but I gotta be honest, I haven't really been watching it a lot, and that's probably why it's getting shut down. All right, let's go and take a look at the community update where we've got a lot of great information. Basically, it talks about what we already know, that there's going to be the new Rogue One character. We're going to have some Omega battles come in, and we're going to get that every Saturday for the month of November. And this is kind of important right here. Scarif Rebel Pathfinder has been added to Cantina 1D, so now he's farmable. Unfortunately, that is in Cantina energy. Right now, I'm spending all of my Cantina energy on getting Wedge every day, which means I can't really farm mods, which I really need to do. Everybody needs mods. This is big right here. They're going to change the squad tournament. The big thing is that they're going to allow only one defensive squad to be set once per tournament, and they're going to switch the refresh rate to ally points from crystals. I gotta say, yay. Save your ally points right now, but I like all of these updates quite a bit. I think they're very good. Now let's look at Bistan's abilities, and I'll just put this out there right now. I think this guy here could replace Stormtrooper Han in the Rebels, and the reason for that is that he pretty much is going to be able to go first because he has higher speed than Stormtrooper Han. And the only thing that Stormtrooper Han really was doing, I mean, there was a taunt, but the taunt wasn't that good, is that he was giving everybody on his team 30% turn meter. So if you could get your Stormtrooper Han to go first with Lando as leader, then you pretty much could do your whole team before they get to go and take out the big threats first. So his Frenzy kind of does the same thing, but it's going to be faster than Stormtrooper Han's. Bistan gets Frenzy for 4 turns, and all other allies gain 20% turn meter. Then, whenever another ally uses a special ability, he'll get 100% turn meter. So he's going to go first. He's going to give everybody on your team 20% turn meter, and then they're going to start going off, and he's going to be able to do one of two things. Gunner Tactics, which will remove turn meter equal to Bistan's potency. I have a feeling that his potency is going to be at 100%, so it's going to take it all the way down. And it looks like this is going to do serious damage. So in addition to your team being able to go first, you should be able to one-shot somebody. If not one-shot them, knock their turn meter all the way down. Then from there on out, he could deal physical damage targeting you with a 70% chance to inflict damage over time for 3 turns. That is not a big deal at all, but his damage does look pretty good. And then Amped Up is his passive unique ability. He gains 10% potency for each rebel ally and each debuffed enemy. So yeah, his potency is going to be through the roof, meaning that this is going to probably remove all the turn meter, and that this is going to apply 70% of the time. The way that potency works is that if there was a 100% chance to inflict damage over time, it would check the potency on Bistan versus the tenacity on the other hero, and then there would be a chance that it would go off. So what this is saying is that basically there's a 30% chance that this effect is going to fail no matter what, and the other 70% of the time it's going to check the potency stat on Bistan versus the tenacity stat on the opponent. There's a lot of confusion there on potency and tenacity. All right, before we wrap up this video, let's take a quick look at the meta report. The meta report basically is completely changed away from Palpatine, and now it has switched over to definitely Lando and Wedge. And Rex is a counter to these area effect teams that the Rebels are dominant right now. So Lando gives speed where Wedge gives healing, and so people have a choice between the two. And I see this probably being the best team right here, the top 5 right here, and the only one that I'm missing out of that right there is Wedge. And so right now I'm not using Biggs and Wedge. Instead, I'm using Emperor Palpatine and Qui-Gon Jinn. So all of these heroes are farmable here in the top. It just takes a long time to get Wedge because he's Cantina. And I am doing that right now. I'm scrambling. I'm going to get him unlocked here the next day. I probably will take like a month to get him to 7 stars. And hopefully the meta doesn't change that much between now and there. And I do think that Bistan has a place in this. Probably would replace Stormtrooper Han, because the only purpose of Stormtrooper Han is so that the team will go first. Right here in the middle of the screen, there's a link to all of my Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes videos. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.